Does your mind ever feel like a web browser with countless tabs open simultaneously? You know you possess intelligence and capability, yet simple daily tasks can seem monumental. If this resonates with you, understand that you are not navigating this experience alone. This guide is dedicated to exploring attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD, in adults. We will move beyond discussing the challenges and delve into three potent, scientifically supported habits that can fundamentally improve your focus and productivity. These are targeted strategies designed specifically for the unique neurobiology of the ADHD brain, intended to help you feel more in control and less overwhelmed. This information is for adults who have been diagnosed with ADHD and are seeking effective management strategies for daily life. It is also for individuals who suspect they may have ADHD and are in search of clarity and practical tools. By the conclusion of this guide, you will have a comprehensive understanding of adult ADHD, the science that underpins it, and three actionable habits to implement for a calmer, more focused existence. Understanding adult ADHD. Adult ADHD is a neurodevelopmental condition impacting the brain's executive functions. These functions act as the brain's management system, overseeing planning, organization, time management, and emotional regulation. In an ADHD brain, this system operates with a distinct set of challenges. The condition is rooted in differences in brain structure, connectivity, and chemistry. Research indicates that key brain regions, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which governs high-level functions like attention and organization, may show delayed maturation or different patterns of activity. There can also be variations in the basal ganglia and cerebellum, areas involved in motor control and cognitive functions. A critical aspect involves neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers. ADHD is strongly linked to a dysregulation of dopamine and norepinephrine. Dopamine is essential for motivation, reward, and executive function, while norepinephrine influences alertness, attention, and focus. When the signaling of these neurotransmitters is inefficient, it can lead to significant difficulties in sustaining focus, motivation, and emotional stability. It is crucial to recognize that ADHD is not a result of poor character or a lack of willpower. It is a legitimate medical condition with a biological foundation. The prevalence of adult ADHD is significant. Projections for 2025 estimate that approximately 16.13 million adults in the United States have ADHD. Globally, the number is estimated to be around 404 million. It's also important to dispel common misconceptions. ADHD is not exclusively a childhood disorder. For a majority, symptoms persist throughout their lifetime. Additionally, hyperactivity in adults often manifests as an internal sense of restlessness rather than overt physical activity. The inattentive symptoms, such as difficulty focusing, disorganization, and forgetfulness, are frequently more prominent in the adult presentation of the condition. Three life-changing habits for focus and productivity. We will now detail three foundational habits that, with consistent application, can lead to profound improvements in managing adult ADHD. Habit 1. The brain dump and prioritization matrix. What it is. This is a two-part system for externalizing and organizing thoughts. The brain dump involves writing down every task, idea, and worry without censorship. The prioritization matrix is a tool for sorting these items by urgency and importance, providing a clear action plan. The science behind it. The ADHD brain often struggles with working memory, the system responsible for holding and manipulating information temporarily. When working memory is overloaded, it leads to cognitive overwhelm and paralysis. The act of writing everything down, the brain dump, effectively outsources this cognitive load to an external tool, freeing up mental resources. The prioritization matrix then engages the prefrontal cortex in a structured manner, facilitating logical decision-making and planning, which are often challenging executive functions. How to do it? Step 1. The brain dump. Allocate 10 to 15 minutes each day. Using a notebook or digital document, list everything occupying your mental space. This includes work assignments, personal appointments, household chores, anxieties, and aspirations. The objective is unfiltered externalization, not organization. Step 2. The Prioritization Matrix. Draw a 4-quadrant grid. Quadrant 1, top left. Urgent and important. These are your immediate priorities with significant deadlines and consequences. Examples include finishing a report due tomorrow or addressing a critical client issue. Quadrant 2, top right. Not urgent, but important. These are tasks related to long-term goals and personal development. This quadrant includes activities like strategic planning, exercise, skill building, and relationship maintenance. Quadrant 3, bottom left. Urgent, but not important. These are often distractions that demand immediate attention, but do not contribute to your primary goals. Many emails, unnecessary meetings, or interruptions from others fall into this category. Quadrant 4, bottom right. Not urgent and not important. These are time-wasting activities that should be minimized or eliminated, such as mindless scrolling on social media or non-essential browsing. Step 3. Sort and strategize. Populate the matrix with items from your brain dump list. Your daily focus should be on Quadrant 1 tasks. Proactively schedule time in your calendar for Quadrant 2 activities. For Quadrant 3, learn to delegate, automate, or politely decline. Quadrant 4 activities should be consciously avoided. Why it works. This method systematically reduces cognitive overload. It provides a visual, logical framework for your day, which is grounding for a brain that struggles with internal organization. It promotes a proactive approach to task management, allowing you to direct your focus intentionally rather than constantly reacting to external stimuli. Modifications for beginners. If the full matrix seems too complex initially, begin solely with the brain dump. After listing everything, simply review the list and identify the top 3 most critical tasks for the day. This simplified approach can still provide significant clarity and reduce overwhelm. Habit 2, time blocking and the Pomodoro technique. What it is. Time blocking is a method where you assign a specific time slot for every task in your day, essentially living by a calendar rather than a to-do list. The Pomodoro technique is a specific application of this, involving focused work intervals of 25 minutes, followed by a short 5-minute break. The science behind it. Individuals with ADHD often experience time blindness, a difficulty in perceiving the passage of time and estimating how long tasks will take. Time blocking makes time a concrete, visible resource, providing the external structure the ADHD brain needs. The Pomodoro technique is effective because it creates manageable work sprints. The 25-minute interval is short enough to bypass the resistance to starting a large task, and the built-in urgency helps maintain focus. The frequent breaks are critical for replenishing neurotransmitters like dopamine, which helps sustain motivation and prevent mental fatigue. How to do it? Step 1. Plan your day with your matrix. Using your prioritization matrix, estimate the time required for your Quadrant 1 and 2 tasks. Be generous with your estimations. It is advisable to add a 25% buffer to account for unforeseen interruptions or underestimations. Step 2. Block your calendar. Transfer these tasks into your digital or physical calendar as specific timed appointments. For instance, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., draft project proposal, or 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., process urgent emails. Also schedule breaks, lunch, and transition times. Step 3. Execute with Pomodoros. For your designated work blocks, use a timer. Set it for 25 minutes and commit to working on a single, predetermined task until the timer rings. When it does, take a mandatory 5-minute break. During this break, step away from your work. Stretch, get water, or look out a window. Avoid engaging with your phone, as this can derail your focus. Step 4. Take longer breaks. After completing 4 consecutive Pomodoro sessions, take a more substantial break of 20 to 30 minutes. This longer rest period is crucial for cognitive recovery and sustained performance throughout the day. Step 5. Adapt and adjust. The goal is not rigid perfection, but intentional structure. If an urgent matter disrupts your schedule, pause, adjust your time blocks for the remainder of the day, and resume. The plan is a guide, not a cage. Why it works. Time blocking significantly reduces decision fatigue, as the choices about what to work on have already been made. It combats procrastination by breaking daunting projects into non-intimidating intervals. The Pomodoro technique gamifies work, creating a rhythm of focused effort and reward that is highly compatible with the ADHD brain's need for novelty and frequent feedback. Modifications for beginners. Start by time blocking only the most challenging part of your day, such as the first 2 hours of work. For the Pomodoro technique, feel free to adjust the intervals. Some may find a 15-minute work sprint followed by a 3-minute break more manageable initially. The key is to find a rhythm that works for your unique attention span. Habit 3. Mindful movement and brain breaks. What it is. Mindful movement involves engaging in physical activity with a conscious focus on bodily sensations and breath. This can range from structured exercise like yoga or Tai Chi to simple activities like a brisk walk or stretching. Brain breaks are brief, scheduled interruptions from mentally demanding tasks. The science behind it. Physical exercise is one of the most effective non-pharmacological interventions for ADHD. It stimulates the production of key neurotransmitters, including dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin, which directly improves focus, mood, and impulse control. Regular physical activity can also promote the growth of new neural connections in the brain. Mindful movement adds another layer of benefit by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps to calm the often overstimulated ADHD brain and reduce feelings of restlessness and anxiety. How to do it. Step 1. Schedule movement. Treat physical activity with the same importance as a work appointment. Block time in your calendar for it. This could be a 30-minute workout in the morning, a 15-minute walk after lunch, or short 5-minute movement snacks every hour. Step 2. Practice mindfulness. During your chosen activity, direct your full attention to the physical experience. If you are walking, notice the feeling of your feet making contact with the ground and the rhythm of your breathing. If you are stretching, focus on the sensation in your muscles. This practice of grounding in the body can quiet a racing mind. Step 3. Discover enjoyable activities. Adherence to an exercise routine is highest when the activity is enjoyable. Experiment with different forms of movement: hiking, dancing, cycling, team sports, or weightlifting. The best exercise for ADHD is the one you will do consistently. Step 4. Utilize movement snacks. Do not underestimate the power of brief bursts of activity. If you feel your focus waning, stand up and do 20 jumping jacks, a few push-ups, or simply walk up and down a flight of stairs. These short breaks can be enough to reset your brain and allow you to return to your task with renewed focus. Why it works. Mindful movement acts as a natural regulator for the nervous system. It improves blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, enhancing executive functions. Regular brain breaks prevent cognitive burnout and help to maintain a higher baseline of focus throughout the workday, rather than experiencing sharp peaks and troughs of attention. Modifications for beginners. Begin by incorporating one 10-minute mindful walk into your daily routine. Set a reminder on your phone. The initial goal is simply to build the habit of intentional movement, no matter how brief. Do's. Use external tools like planners, apps, and alarms to support your memory and organization. Break down large tasks into small, concrete, and actionable steps. Establish consistent daily routines for mornings and evenings to reduce decision fatigue. Practice self-compassion. Acknowledge that managing ADHD is challenging, and some days will be harder than others. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Don't rely on willpower alone. Build systems in an environment that makes it easier to succeed. Don't multitask. The ADHD brain is more efficient when focused on a single task at a time. Don't hesitate to ask for accommodations at work or school. Don't compare your productivity or methods to those of neurotypical individuals. Don't neglect your physical health. Diet, exercise, and sleep are foundational to managing symptoms. Information on professional treatment and medication. The strategies discussed are powerful, but they are often most effective as part of a comprehensive treatment plan that may include therapy and medication. Therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. This is a highly effective structured therapy for adult ADHD. CBT helps individuals identify and change unhelpful thought patterns and behaviors related to procrastination, time management, and emotional dysregulation. ADHD coaching. A specialized form of coaching can help adults with ADHD develop practical skills and strategies for achieving specific personal and professional goals. Medication. A conversation with a qualified medical professional is essential when considering medication. The primary classes of medication used to treat ADHD are stimulants. These are typically the first-line treatment and include medications based on methylphenidate or amphetamine. They work by increasing the availability of dopamine and norepinephrine in the brain, which enhances focus and reduces impulsivity. Non-stimulants. These are an alternative if stimulants are not effective or cause adverse side effects. They work through different mechanisms, but can also improve attention and impulse control. This information is for educational purposes. Only a qualified medical doctor can diagnose ADHD and prescribe an appropriate course of treatment. Precautions and potential dangers. Leaving adult ADHD unmanaged can have serious, cascading consequences. Adults with untreated ADHD are at a higher risk for employment instability, financial difficulties, and relationship problems, including higher rates of divorce. Furthermore, there is a significantly increased risk of co-occurring mental health conditions. Research consistently shows higher rates of anxiety disorders, major depression, and substance use disorders among adults with untreated ADHD. Some individuals may unknowingly self-medicate with substances to manage their symptoms. From a physical health perspective, the impulsivity and organizational challenges associated with ADHD can lead to a higher incidence of accidents and difficulty maintaining healthy habits, which can contribute to chronic health issues. Early and consistent management is key to mitigating these risks and improving long-term outcomes and quality of life. Bonus strategies for holistic management. Beyond the core habits, a holistic approach that includes nutrition and sleep can provide additional support for the ADHD brain. Nutritional support for the ADHD brain. While no diet can cure ADHD, certain nutritional strategies can help manage symptoms by supporting optimal brain function. Prioritize protein. Protein-rich foods are crucial for the production of neurotransmitters. Including protein in every meal, especially breakfast, can help improve concentration and stabilize energy levels throughout the day. Choose complex carbohydrates. Opt for complex carbohydrates like whole grains, legumes, and vegetables over simple sugars. These provide a slow, steady release of glucose, preventing the energy spikes and crashes that can exacerbate ADHD symptoms. Incorporate omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s, found in fatty fish like salmon and in flax seeds and walnuts, are vital for brain health and neural communication. Some studies suggest supplementation may help with symptoms of inattention and hyperactivity. Ensure adequate micronutrients. Deficiencies in certain minerals such as zinc, iron, and magnesium have been linked to worsened ADHD symptoms. These minerals play roles in neurotransmitter production and regulation. A balanced diet is the best source, but a healthcare provider can test for deficiencies. Optimizing sleep for ADHD. Sleep problems are extremely common in adults with ADHD, often due to a racing mind or a delayed circadian rhythm. Prioritizing sleep is non-negotiable. Create a consistent schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps to regulate your body's internal clock. Establish a wind-down routine. An hour before bed, disengage from stimulating activities. This means no screens. The blue light suppresses melatonin production. No work and no stressful conversations. Instead, engage in calming activities like reading a physical book, taking a warm bath, listening to calm music, or journaling. Optimize your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be cool, dark, and quiet. Consider blackout curtains, an eye mask, or a white noise machine to block out distractions. Externalize worries. Keep a notepad by your bed. If racing thoughts are keeping you awake, write them down. This act of dumping them onto paper can provide a sense of closure and allow your mind to relax. How to make it a sustainable habit. Integrating new behaviors requires a strategic approach, especially for the ADHD brain, which struggles with consistency. Start small. Do not attempt to overhaul your entire life at once. Select one strategy, perhaps the daily brain dump, and focus on practicing it consistently for 2 to 3 weeks until it feels more automatic. Anchor to existing routines. Link your new habit to an established one. For example, immediately after I pour my morning coffee, I will sit down and do my 10-minute brain dump. This is known as habit stacking, and it significantly increases the likelihood of success. Embrace novelty. The ADHD brain thrives on novelty and can get bored with rigid routines. Keep your habits engaging by introducing small variations. For your mindful movement, you could try a new walking route or a different type of online yoga class. Track your progress. Visibly, use a simple calendar or a habit tracking app to mark off each day you successfully practice your new habit. This visual proof of consistency provides a dopamine boost and reinforces the behavior. Utilize social support. Enlist an accountability partner, a friend, family member, or coach with whom you check in regularly. Another powerful tool is body doubling, which involves working quietly alongside another person, either in person or virtually, to help maintain focus. Focus on progress, not perfection. You will miss days. This is an expected part of the process. The crucial step is to avoid the all or nothing thinking that can derail progress. If you miss a day, simply resume your habit the next day without judgment. Conclusion. Living with adult ADHD presents a unique set of challenges, but it also comes with distinct strengths, including creativity, high energy, and divergent thinking. The key to thriving is not to force your brain to be neurotypical, but to create systems and habits that work with its unique wiring. By consistently implementing the 3 core habits, the brain dump and prioritization matrix, time blocking with the Pomodoro technique, and mindful movement, you can build a powerful external scaffolding that supports your brain's executive functions. Combined with holistic strategies like optimizing nutrition and sleep, these habits can lead to significant improvements in focus, productivity, and overall well-being. Remember to be patient and compassionate with yourself as you integrate these changes. Small, consistent steps are the foundation of lasting success. Disclaimer. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. The information we're sharing is designed to support, not replace, the relationship that exists between you and your healthcare provider.